Tired of feeling drained after family gatherings? Wondering if you're the problem or if you're just finally noticing the dysfunction? You're not alone and you're not crazy. Today we're diving into how to build strong, loving boundaries with toxic family members without losing your mind, your peace, or your sense of self. Let's start with this. Toxic doesn't always mean evil. Sometimes it means unhealed, unaware, or emotionally immature. But even if someone doesn't mean to hurt you, that doesn't mean you have to keep letting them. Toxic family dynamics often start subtly. Maybe it's the guilt trips, the backhanded compliments, the way your needs always seem to be too much, or how no matter what you say, you're always the one made to feel wrong. Toxic doesn't always show up screaming. Sometimes it's a quiet erosion of your energy, your confidence, your peace. Common manipulative tactics include emotional blackmail, triangulation, gaslighting, stonewalling, and the classic, playing the victim. These behaviors can wear you down over time and leave you second-guessing your reality. The psychological toll is massive. Constant exposure to emotional manipulation from people you're supposed to trust creates anxiety, self-doubt, and deep, long-lasting trauma. You start questioning yourself instead of the dynamic. You start adjusting your behavior just to avoid conflict. And over time, you lose touch with your own wants, needs, and truth. But here's the truth. You are allowed to protect your peace, even from your family. For many people, that moment of realization hits like a quiet but powerful wave. It could be while driving home from another emotionally exhausting visit, or lying awake at night wondering why you're always the one apologizing. Suddenly you understand, this isn't love, it's obligation masquerading as loyalty. You remember a time when you laughed freely, felt safe, felt seen, and you ask yourself, why can't that be the norm? That moment, that spark of awareness, is the beginning of reclaiming your power. You don't need permission. You don't need anyone to agree. You only need to trust your knowing and take the next small step toward peace. So how do we start? Step 1 is radical self-awareness. What do you need to feel emotionally safe? What behaviors drain you, belittle you, or make you feel small? Many of us grew up being told that family comes first, that we should forgive, forget, and tolerate. But setting boundaries is not rejection, it's self-respect. In fact, boundaries are love with structure. They say, this is how I can stay in relationship with you without betraying myself. Your needs matter. Your emotional well-being matters. Recognizing what feels like love to you versus what feels like control is a game changer. If love feels like fear or shame or self-erasure, it's not love. Boundaries are emotional property lines. They're not walls to shut people out. They're doors that open only when it's safe. Now let's talk about how to set those boundaries. Clarity is your best friend. No long explanations, no justifications. You don't need a PowerPoint presentation on why you're choosing to protect your peace. If you feel like you need a detailed reason for every boundary you set, you're probably still trying to get someone else's permission to take care of yourself. Start with I statements. I'm not available for this conversation right now. I need to take some space to process. I'm happy to talk, but not if I'm being yelled at. Be calm, be clear, be firm. When you're used to people-pleasing, setting boundaries can feel mean. But clarity is kindness. You are not being cruel by refusing to be mistreated. And yes, you can script your boundaries. That's not weakness, that's strategy. Some examples. I won't be attending this year's family dinner, but I hope it's a good one. Please don't comment on my weight or lifestyle. If it continues, I'll need to end the conversation. I understand you disagree, but I've made my decision. Here's the hard part. People who are used to crossing your boundaries will often act shocked, offended, or outraged when you finally start enforcing them. That's normal. Let them react. You're not responsible for their emotions. You're responsible for your own alignment. Some conversations will get messy, especially when toxic family members are used to getting their way. So, how do you stay grounded? First, breathe. Deep breaths deactivate your stress response and help you stay present. Second, don't try to win. Your goal is not to change their mind. It's to express your truth with clarity and protect your peace. If someone starts gaslighting you, repeat your truth instead of debating it. That's not how I remember it, and I'm not going to argue about it. Redirect manipulation with calm, boring responses. Let's agree to disagree. I'm not engaging in this conversation. That's your opinion. If things escalate, walk away. Disengagement is not weakness, it's wisdom. Staying calm isn't about making them comfortable, it's about you staying regulated. You don't owe anyone your rage, you owe yourself your peace. And now let's talk about what makes this easier. Support. You are not meant to heal or grow in isolation. Surround yourself with people who get it. People who don't say, "But she's your mother," when you explain why you need space. Whether it's friends, online communities, or a therapist, find your people. People who reflect your growth back to you, who support your boundaries without questioning them, who see your healing as a good thing, not a threat. Sometimes healing starts with hearing someone say, "That happened to me too." Suddenly you realize you're not crazy, you're just no longer tolerating the intolerable. If you're deep in it, get professional help. Not because you are broken, but because the situation is. A good therapist can help you untangle the gaslighting, reconnect with your truth, and develop real-world tools for self-protection. If your entire nervous system flares up every time your phone rings and it's a family member, you are not overreacting. Your body is telling you the truth. Listen to it. Creating healthy boundaries will upset some people, especially those who benefited from you having none. But that's okay. Your job is not to keep others comfortable at the cost of your own peace. Your job is to become so fiercely kind to yourself that no one can talk you out of your truth again. And remember, healing isn't just about cutting people off. It's about reconnecting with the version of yourself that never deserved the pain in the first place. It's about reclaiming your energy, your intuition, and your voice. You don't need to justify your healing to anyone. The more you listen to your inner voice, the less you'll be swayed by outer noise. You are not here to perform a role in someone else's unresolved drama. You are here to rise, to repair, and to reclaim your life. And here's something important. Healing doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just not picking up the phone. It's going for a walk instead of going to war. It's a quiet, radical return to yourself, moment by moment, choice by choice. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment if this spoke to your soul, or if you're in the middle of your own boundary building journey. And don't forget to subscribe for more healing content. You deserve peace. You deserve truth. You deserve a life that feels like yours. Let's reclaim it together.